Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, back on good old Satisfactory, ready to doing it, or ready for the next day. Whatever. Yeah, we're back on our modded playthrough, which is, if you'd like to know what those mods are, the mod list is down in the description section, along with the mod authors and a link to Satisfactory Mod Manager, so that you can download and install mods for yourself. So yes. Good news so far. We have yet to be copyright claimed for playing these tapes in the background, um, which that's the way it should be, to be honest, because it's a gameplay video. I'm adding my own commentary to it. I'm adding my own elements, so I should not be. But whatever. Yes. So something interesting. Uh, we've done some expansions between episodes here, just a little bit, just a few expansions, a few little cleanup items. Uh, so first of all, we're going to cover, how we were getting train stations to pick up oil and bring it here along this long route. So if you're new here, we have a little bit of a challenge. We do not have trains unlocked yet, but we do have a mod. Yes, the humanity. We have a few mods here, but we have one mod called Progressive Trains. So Progressive Trains allows us to have trains right at the beginning of the game, and it allows us to upgrade them based on their speed and stuff like that. Now, a few things have happened in the past where we've lost the train stations before. So even though yes, I have the ability to put down these train stations, I don't use the train stations themselves. But in order to keep it fair enough to where I'm not just blatantly cheating just for my own benefit, I still use the upgradable trains. So these upgradable trains, they start out at 25 kilometers an hour, which is very, very slow, and they use a maximum of 5 megawatts. So it's not very much, but you get the point. The trains are very, very slow. So yes, you have trains, but you could literally deliver the materials faster than the train at the very beginning. But you have the trains available to you. And they're at a very cheap cost as well. That's why they're called cheap trains. So they're very cheap cost, so you can afford to do it. And you can afford to have trains running off of biomass gens because they only use like 5 megawatts. Now, like I said before, since it's a mod, we've had troubles in the past where the mod broke and I had to remove the mod in order to play the map. And I lost all my train stations because these train stations are they're a separate ID number. I don't know why I said identity, whatever. They're a separate ID number from the ones you would find in the transport menu, for instance, because it's a mod. Same with all this, or same with like the belts and stuff. Like these, where are they? There. So these covered lifts and covered belts and stuff like that. That mod, completely separate identifying number from these. So if we disable the mod, we lose those items that are placed in the world. They just disappear, and they're gone forever after that point. If you save, they're gone forever. So I concocted a plan to where I go on to Satisfactory Calculator, which that link is also in the description, which allows me to unlock trains in the Tier 6 class. It's in Tier 6, I think. To unlock trains, place down the train stations, and then I relock it so that I can have those train stations placed, so Satisfactory approved train stations, so they'll never disappear. But then I use the upgraded trains so that I get I get the benefit of having the train stations which I already would have had anyway, using the mod. But I get the slower trains. But I also get the only advantage I get from doing what I'm doing is not having to worry about the train stations having to disappear because I had to disable the mod because it was crashing the game, which happened with update 6 and 7. So, and the tracks as well. The tracks also do the same. They also disappear because they are a separate identification number. So as you can see, these are the fix-it approved train lines, which we can afford to place these. We cannot afford to place these yet, but we're getting there. So basically I just unlock it, place them down, and then relock it. Okay. and then I'll take a bunch of my resource that I have somewhere and I'll just throw it away into the sink. So I guess we still get like some extra tickets out of it, but it's no big deal. But as you can see, this says upgradable locomotive. So I do have the first level upgraded research, which you research in the map, which these no longer go 25 kilometers an hour, they go 40 kilometers an hour, which is still very, very slow, but that's their maximum speed. As you can see right here, we have the first level of both of these. Steel container walls and steel wrapped axles, which something like that, I'm not exactly sure. If you unlock this, I think it unlocks all of them, but we've never used that. So yeah, we're a little bit cheaty with the trains, but that was actually part of our challenge. So also, if you're new here or you don't remember the challenge, that if we have to go a bit of a distance, so many hundreds of meters, we have to use a train for picking up raw resources. So all of our trains have to be picking up raw resources, basically, unless let's say there's a node right underneath any torque, I can just hook it up to say here. Then I can just use a belt system, but over a couple hundred kilometers, and I have to use a train, which is a very, very short distance. A couple hundred kilometers. It's like from there to maybe there. I'm not exactly sure. And that's about the maximum distance I'm allowed with a belt, with raw resources, that is. So I have to use a train for pretty much everything when it comes to raw resources, gathering raw resources, which we were trying to gather oil last time, which is what the whole point of all this is. And the other point of this is explaining all this is we've been getting some new people coming in and watching the channel and enjoying the channel, whatever they like, as far as the channel is concerned. So I need to rehash some of the stuff that we already know. So as you can see, I kind of expanded on this a little bit. You'll notice, if you've been paying attention, you'll see that there's a very, very large train station up here. Very, very large one. I've expanded all of this. So you're probably wondering, why is that so long? And the one train over here that's collecting like limestone, why are your trains so long? Why don't you just do a couple of cars? That's really all you need. Now this is true, but the main issue being, let me fix this too. Something I have not done yet. Since we're maxed out on beams, that belt, let's go ahead and max out on this. Okay. I don't remember how much can be in here. We'll see here in a second once it's processed. It just says processing. 2,400. Okay, so just 100 shy. Alright, good. That's actually fine. So yeah, the other challenge to our trains here, just to kind of even things out, so we just don't have trains and just unlimited access to trains. Yeah, we have unlimited access to trains, but there's a little bit of a challenge there to it as well. I need to get rid of one of these beams eventually. There's too many here. The trains have to be at least 5 cars long. That is the minimum length a train can be. So it don't matter if we're picking up iron or copper or oil, for instance. It has to be at least 5 cars long. But now the reason this one is so long, also I've synced this 1 meter into the ground. I want to experiment with some things I haven't done yet, done before. Here comes an autosave lag. 3, 2, 1, freeze. See, it's frozen. There we go. It's just my PC. So yeah, the reason this one's so long is because there is a 2,200 meter distance between this train station. There might be even more than that, maybe 2,300, 2,400, something like that, between this train station and where we go to pick up the oil. So with that in mind, and with our trains um, being capped at 40 kilometers an hour, that's a very, very long distance to travel at a very slow speed, especially going uphill, downhill, things like that. Like downhill's a little bit faster, but a lot of the times the trains will use the brakes to try and keep to that 40 kilometers as good as possible. So that's our other problem. So yes, we have to use the trains to collect raw resources for the most part, and the trains have to be at least 5 cars long. So whatever train station we end up putting down has to be super long. And you also notice there's a gap there. That's because I decided, since it's going to be a 10-car train, I might as well have 2 engines on the train. And whatnot. So yeah, all of this just to explain why we're doing things the way we're doing. The other, if you want to know one of the other challenges, it is we cannot use alternate recipes. We're not allowed to use alternate recipes for any reason whatsoever. That one's kind of more loose. Like if we end up in a situation where we have to use an alternate recipe where there's just no other way. There's no other way possible. It's impossible to do this without an alternate recipe. Then we will use an alternate recipe, but I am planning on never using an alternate recipe for this. That way we get some challenges with some mods and stuff like that. So even though we have trains unlocked and whatnot, the ability to use trains, we still have some other things to face that kind of make the game a little bit more difficult. We did have a couple other mods, but we had to remove them because it made the game damn near unplayable. Challenge mods. But yeah, so here we are. Sorry that took so long to explain, but like I said, we've been getting a lot of newer subscribers and stuff to the channel, and a lot more people are watching Satisfactory and stuff like that. So, but yeah, as you can see, we got a 5-car train collecting limestone here. We've got 2 train stations collecting iron. Those are also 5 cars each. And we got 1 collecting copper, which is also 5 cars. And then we've got a train for water. Water is a natural resource. And we have 1 for coal as well. So we're actually still running on coal generators at this point. But eventually we will. This is what this new expansion. We're going to have fuel being processed here. We're going to be having, fuel being processed here, actually. This one's going to be fuel, that's right. This one's fuel, this one can be plastic, and this one can be rubber, doesn't matter which. And that's what the whole point of this long train station is, so that's where all of our stuff's going to be coming in. This road is not going to end here. This road is actually going to go underneath. I just was quickly placing this stuff. This road's going to go underneath in a tunnel, and then it's going to slope upwards near that other road way down there. I'm probably going to have a secondary train station in here as well, bringing in another resource at some point. And I think that would be really cool as well. Same with this road. This road's also going to go underneath. Actually, I might slope this road up. We'll have to see. I'm not exactly sure. And I did start sloping this up too. Between episodes, I built all this extra. So yeah. And I sunk that. I'm kind of experimenting. I wanted to sink the train station in to the foundation a little bit and see what kind of creative ideas I can go for. I also, between episodes, came up with a route that we're going to take the train through. So we're going to go do that. I'm going to break my legs real quick. Just hold on. Okay, my legs are now broken. Good. We can continue. Fuck's sake. It's a long-winded explanation intro style. Also, if you notice that we can walk next to these monsters, hogs, whatever, that's because the creatures are turned to where they will only attack me if I attack them. Now, unfortunately, this does not attribute to these guys. I wish that attributed to these guys as well, to where they would only activate if I went up and tried to attack them. I guess then you'd have to make them... Well, they are destroyable with bombs, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna take you along the route real quick, to where a train is going to be running, which is going to be here. I'm probably going to go underneath the archway with it, something like that. Not exactly sure on that side of things, but the train is going to take this route along here, underneath the archway. We just had to go around the archway because all those guys. So the train's going to go along this route. It's going to go up this hill, and I found the perfect spot to where the train can run through this forest. Let's find a lower cliffside here. Okay, we'll probably run a bridge over this thing, over this area. Yep, we'll run across here, then we're going to head to this jungle, because if you're new here, you won't notice where that train station is. But yes, I did walk by this a few times. I've walked this route a few times, I believe. A few times? I'm not exactly sure. But like I said, I'm not taking that, even though it's only like screws. I'm not taking that hard drive because no alternate recipes. Hello. So yeah, the train's going to come across this natural land cliff. Obviously, it's going to be elevated up into the air. Also, you're like, we got music going in the background. I should have mentioned too that we've yet to get a copyright claim on any of these tapes. So I'm just going to continue on. Each video is going to house its own tape, even though it only has a few songs and whatnot. So yeah, so we're just going to keep going, and then that way we know if we get a copyright claim, we know which tape not to play. But yeah, we're going to continue on with this music. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, the train's going to go underneath that little archway, and it's just going to fly all the way up here. So I did do a few more things to the train station on this end as well. So we'll be taking a look at that. And just go right up this hill. There's a natural way for this train to go. I think it's perfect because we have to do very minimal clearing. We can elevate the railway and have a clear path of where it's going to go, which is very, very nice. Got some glowing mushrooms over there. And as you can see, there's the train station. There's the train station we built last time. We were working on the pillars last time. So very, very nice. And see, it just leads, it just pretty much leads straight out here. And there's very little in the way of, oh, there's some radiation level there. That was my phone going off. Oh, what the heck? Oh, whoa, there you are. Hello there. Oh, there's one of my ladders. Got a couple ladders around the place. Yep. And then whichever way we decide to take to get over to here. And then the other train, the other line that comes out of that train station is gonna follow the bowl here, fall around the edge of Death Valley, that I'm calling it. We call it Fungus Valley. Fungi Valley. What else would you name a fungus as? Like, yeah, I would assume the air here is very toxic. That's why I called it Death Valley. Yeah, so the train goes into that station. It's going to come out there up to, there's a cliffside way over there, and it's going to follow all the way around, and it's going to meet back up with the other rail. Oh, save lag. Yeah. Oh, as you can also see too, between episodes, I did clear out the bottom of the train station, so the bottom has been cleared out, and I think it actually looks pretty nice. Also, I did finish these, the small concrete pillars. I did finish that, and I put a wall up, and inside there is the other train station, the Fix It Approved train station. And again, like I said, I have to use those, otherwise if anything goes south with the mod and I have to remove the mod for a bit, I don't want to lose those train stations and then have to replace them, rehook them back up with all the logistics and stuff, which is a big problem for that. But if in this way, if I have to remove the mod, all I lose is a train. You know, all I lose is trains, and that's it, and their inventories, which is, you know, relatively fine. Also, I see something wrong with the pillar. I must fix. I don't think I can reach all the way over there. If only. So I can hit that one. Well then. Can I hit it from here? Nope. Might be able to hit it from on top of one of these. Let me up. No, let me up. Okay. Can I hit it from here? I can. Haha, I win. Must have missed that. But yeah, anyway. Now that we're on this side of the map. Swing. 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 Got some crabs in here. Very nice. Let's clear these out. Oh yeah, these guys are noise based, by the way. Look at this. You, over here. There you go. And he's just like, huh, what? What's going on? Yeah. I heard something. I think they're blind. They're like bats. They use that noise to navigate. It's possible. Okay. Well then. I guess so those don't spawn again, we should probably have oil extractor. Oh, I need motors! Ah, crap. Up, back to the base we go. This is going to be a very long walk as well. Actually, it might not be so bad. Yeah, I just got to get up on the second, or up on this other ledge. Because we can't go that way. That way it's filled with a deadly toxin. So I'll just use one of my ladders here. And now we can get up this way. Okay, we just go up this way, and that should hopefully reunite us with the path. Some nice purple flowers up here. See, I think life, more life can be grown up this way because there's more oxygen, but I think down there in the valley, there's not any oxygen really down there. Not, or actually it'd be more sunlight, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, there's also this stuff too, so that has to do with the more milestones mod, the contaminated oil. Oh yeah, there's quartz. I forgot about this quartz. I was gonna pick it up, but I guess I just forgot about it. Yeah, we'll just follow this natural land bridge all the way down. I think there's some more quartz down here too. If I remember right. What is that over there? Some kind of... Oh, big old monster appeared. Yeah, this should be a pretty good route though, I think. Shouldn't have any issues with it or anything like that. Should be nice. And it's relatively level. Not that it matters, the levelness of it. Yeah. I think most of this episode is going to be me just walking around. I forgot that I needed motors for oil extractors, but we won't be going, or we won't be going back out there. We're gonna work on this side of it and whatnot. It's still pretty cool route though. We get a nice view of the void. Hello there. And whatnot. Plus, I can't wait to like bridge over this. I'm gonna have an actual bridge going across this little valley here. We're gonna build a nice, awesome-looking bridge. I think. Well, maybe not awesome-looking, but yeah, we're gonna be building definitely a really good train bridge. I think we're gonna be building a train and road bridge. I think is the best way. We'll have two foundations on either side with a dual foundation in the center, so we have rails going both directions down the center of it. I think that could be a staple going over this area. Should be pretty cool. That's my vision anyway. Now, will it turn out great is a different story. Totally different story. Whether it'll turn out great. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to bring the train across this way, actually. I guess it really does depend on which way the foundations can go, right? Like if okay, they are going that way. So we'll probably have to go... I mean, it truly doesn't matter. I don't have to be with the foundation on this one. But I do want to go over the valley properly, though. Yeah, I think we're going to aim for the archway. Yeah, that's actually in line with the grid anyways. Plus, this is like, if we look at our map here, yeah, that's like over the valley proper. So we're going to go up that way. It'll probably be a bridge extending out over that way. And then we're just going to go right on past, around the smoke, and underneath the archway. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, we'll go... We might not go underneath the archway, but we may like come out this way and turn this way. I think that might be pretty cool. I mean, we need to go this way anyways. And then we build another bridge going over this valley to kind of keep things on the straight and narrow. Either that or we build like pillars and stuff. I think that could be pretty darn cool. Building railways in this game though is a little bit of a pain. Or it can be anyway. I don't think I have a proper way of getting up here. Maybe a ladder. We'll just do a ladder at this point. Autosave lag. Very nice. Yeah, that should be pretty good though, I would think. Both this train station, obviously in the city, is all on its own world grid anyway. So, you know, there's that. Okay. Yeah, so we're at a point as well where we can't exactly progress without oil. So, yeah, we just can't progress without oil. So foundations, we're gonna do, bring this in this way, and then we're just going to 2 meter all the way up, I think. Or no, we actually want a 2 meter all the way from that spot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to paint. Yeah, that's the roadway there. I'm gonna paint that over there. Let's get another ladder as well. Sorry about that. Again, apologies for the lengthy intro and stuff like that. It's just the way it has to be right now. There was a lot to this. Okay, that's perfect. And we'll just take this swatch all the way down to the road, so we know where to go. Okay, so these two is where we need to go down under. To the land down under. Yeah. So foundations, 2 meter. Actually, we should probably 2 meters down. That is not 2 meters down, so we need a 1 meter. A 1 meter and then a 4 meter. And then, because usually the way I build these, actually I wonder why that went to 1 meter. Yeah, it's like, a 2 meter was correct. Okay, got a 4 meter. Then change this one to a 4 meter. Okay. This one, it might take a second to build this. Okay. Just because of the way this has to go. So that there. So yeah, I think this is pretty cool as well. This going underneath the train terminal. It's going to be a massive train terminal, by the way. We're going to have not several stations. We may have like 2 or 3 stations inside this, which I think will be really good. You know what I could do? I could just do this. Then we go like this. Yeah, that'll work. I do have to forego this copper, but I really don't care. There's plenty of places I can get copper, so it's not a big deal. Not a big deal to me at all. It's actually working pretty well, I think. Oh yeah, so that's the other reason I'm doing a train station here, because height is a concern here. So because of the path he takes, or she takes, or it takes, whichever you want to go by. So that there. Just keep ramping down. Actually, this might be the level. We'll see. No, we're close though. We are close. Love this. This music's actually pretty nice. It's a nice little beat. Okay, so one more. I have to get rid of a tree. Stupid nature, always in my way. Always. Always and forever. That's why I built over you. That way you don't have to deal with the areas. Okay. Perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Concrete both of those. Oh. Wow, I have not done that in a while. That's too good. Oh, that's too funny. I cannot believe I just did that. I can't believe it. It's not believable. That is really funny though. I have not done that in a long time as well. Oh, it's been too long since I've done that. I'm just baffled by myself here. What the hell? What's wrong with me? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do a 1 meter here, just like that. And the reason I'm doing these is because we're gonna be having mining operations on either side of this. So we're just gonna. Oh, yeah, we should probably fill that in as well. No, I don't want to. I don't want to do that per se. We probably want to be there. Perfect. Get my mouse. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Oh no, that's not where I wanted that. Okay, we'll just start from there then. Okay. Forgot to cover that up entirely. It's right there. Actually. Ah, it was one short. That's right there. Actually, don't know how far. I probably need to go to like here, huh? Yeah, because we want at least 2 meter, or at least 2 meters of height. I don't know how big those trucks are. I think they're as tall as the trains, though. Okay, I think what we're going to do then is we're going to do... So these are 2 meters, aren't they? Yes. Yes, they are. Okay. Actually, it probably starts like... Hold on, we can actually count this. 2, 3, 4. Oop. A bit lag. So going from the top. It's not quite that, but we could still use this up here. As long as this spot here is 2 meters. Sorry, 4 blocks. From the bottom side. It's a bit. Oh. Does this look like that slope? Maybe. So we grab this. Entrance has got to be at least 2 blocks tall. Let's say 2.5. That actually is going to put it right where I thought I was going to be. Okay. So we'll start it there. I actually might have been where it was. No, actually. Okay. So right there. Right, that's just fine. So that's 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. Okay, and then a 1 meter here. And then we want... What's that? I'm trying to think exactly where I want the train to run. Because that's going to be a very important part of this. Now see, I can't middle click that because I don't have that unlocked, but we can go to this. Okay, so the closest we can go is like there probably. Or we probably want like this. Okay, so a secondary train station will fit in this spot. So we don't want to go any further that way. It's just fine. Foundations, we'll just pull a 1 meter across. Right to there. And to there. And of course that 1 meter here, across to that, and across to that. And then traditionally, the ceiling just as tall as the tunnel. Or the tunnel traditionally goes all the way through. Then we could have a wider tunnel. Actually, yeah. I think what I'm going to do is we'll do a wider tunnel. Well, I mean, it's like we could like add a sidewalk through here. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool of us to do. We'll do that. So we'll remove all the wall here. I mean, I was gonna forego that copper anyway. I think it's impure, to be honest. I thought I undid that one. Okay. Yep, we'll remove all of that. And all of that. Oh, I can't unzoop, that's right. So I just have to do this on either side. Oh well. Oh wait, this is a regular sidewalk. Okay. Oh yeah. As well. Ah, crap. It's gonna be painful. That's because my only grid option is here to be able to connect to this. I kind of have to do this way. Yep, and then we add our 1 meter ramps all the way down. Okay, just like that. Now we can add the ramps. Oh, and it has to be pushed back one because of the sidewalk. Ah, crapolas. Damn it. Because the sidewalk has to end up here. So that's fine. So then we just need another 2 meter on top of that. Yeah, I might push this back. I didn't realize that it had to be the way it is. Fortunately. Oh well. We'll just have to do this. Now we go like this. Yeah, that way there's not just a random hole to that sidewalk. Yeah, then we gotta push the ramps back as well. 2 meters. Okay. That's all removed now. Autosave lag, of course. And then 2 meter ramps. Just to make sure I'm online here. Online. Just to make sure I'm with this. Yeah. So now we just gotta add in the 2 meter. Just gotta add these into the mix. Wasting a lot of concrete on this. Because I guess I did not have all my planned For all my, just had an idea of where this was going to be. And then we do ramp. Yeah. There we go. Now we can go ahead and add our wall. Oh wait, we need to do this as well. Just like that, just like that. Add this all the way there. Same with this side. Okay, gotta remove these. Those, and put them there. There we go. Nice wide tunnel. Just to block off your eyes from this area. We're still going to add regular walls though. I have my reasons. Okay. Oh, I was holding the wrong key. Oops. I was a couple walls short. Oh well. He's also from adding too many walls anyway. I suppose it doesn't matter all that much. Oh, yeah. As well, we can't add. Yeah, we can't add too many walls on that level. Let's make sure we're doing this right as well. Don't want to screw it up. Yeah, because we don't want to go into that other station. Yeah, this works. Or into the station above. So it's almost like one of those tunnels you would drive through. In order to get, what should you call it? So this one's still 2.5 meters, but this is not 2.5 meters up here. That's 2.5. We'd have to push this up 0.5 meter, I think. It'd have to be pushed back even further. I think it had to be like this in order to make that work still, like we want. So it'd be there instead. Just trying to figure out exactly where I need this. Yeah, I think it would be there. We'll give her a test, but I'm pretty sure that's where we need it. So 2, and then 0.5 meter. Actually, so it'd be 3 then. Yeah. Actually, this would probably... So what this would probably do is it would probably be... this one would probably be walls. Probably be like this. instead of this. Yeah, because there's an intersection here, and you want want to be able to see some of the traffic anyway. So it'd be like that. Yep, and that actually works. We'll just use the camera for guidance here. Okay, we will have to remove this bit. Oop, not those bits. Not that. It's being a pain. I just let it ride. Okay, let's put that wall there, that wall there. And then those walls there. Okay, that's up. Is that up too tall? Because it ends up... Oh yeah, it does end up too tall, doesn't it? Because if we would put this ramp in here... Yeah, okay. Just make sure that there's no extra bits. Okay, just making sure. So then foundation, we put over that way, then we put a 2 meter. And then we're just going to remove all of this. Just like that. We're going to add the 2 meter back in. These little sections here. Okay. We'll just add a 2 meter on this. Okay. Yeah, slightly shorter. Then it's 2.5 blocks tall, technically. It's a little taller than that, but it works. And then we'll just manipulate this to there. Make sure that doesn't... Oh, that went through. Dang it. Okay, so we need a 2 meter there instead. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Oh, and then we're going to use our better walls here. These ones. I should have that on soup. So then I can drag it. Just like that. Very nice. I like doing this. This works way better. And it looks cool too. And then we do the upside down ones. Upside down 2 meters. You can just drag it all through. Did not go far enough for that. Very nice. We just go on this side and do the same. A little bit of autosave lag again. I hate when I place something right as the autosave lag happens. And I'm just like, ah. Is it going to be screwed up? Is it not going to be screwed up? What I mean? And then upside down. There we go. now we've got a tunnel. I'm actually going to remove this top bit and put this in there instead. If I can, please. There we go. Very nice. And we can incorporate that into the wall or whatever later on for the building that's going to be here. It incorporates the train station. Isn't that pretty cool? I like it. We'll see. We may have to manipulate it later, but yeah, unfortunately, we are out of time because I wasted like half the episode just explaining away things. So I think next time we might work a bit more here. This was an extensional or an exponential part of this train station we need to figure out. So, but we'll be figuring out more in the future. So that's going to be it, like I said, for this episode of Satisfactory. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.